What is up, MFers? I have arrived at Johnson Lake, America. It's probably super, super loud. Put this right here on the boat so you guys can see me up close and personal. Probably super loud. The wind's blowing like 35 miles an hour. So not gonna get out and go fishing tonight, but gonna hit first thing in the morning, probably like 5 o'clock, first light. Super excited to go after some smallmouths, and excited because I got this new box of tackle. I'm a huge tackle junkie, and so I had to pick up some of these tubes. I'm fishing for smallmouth, so we're gonna do a little hashtag unboxing. Got this package from Get Bit Baits. Found them on the internet. They have some cool little 2 3/4 inch tubes. So I got some in green pumpkin and a crawdad color. Looks pretty cool. You know I had to get some in smoked purple with a little bit of gold flake in it. Nice little small profile, so the smallmouth tear those little tubes up. And I got these. These are really, really cool. I want to catch a fish on these. It's like it's another 2 3/4 inch tube, but it's got these jig skirt whiskers in it. So we got whiskers in my tubes. I'm gonna fish tomorrow until I catch one on that. That's a really cool looking bait. So I got all those tube baits from Get Bit Baits. Super excited. Nice little profile, nice thick fat profile, just like the crawfish here in this lake. And got one more bait. Got this guy too. I was at Joe's house, the Zark, last weekend, and I found this on his garage floor. So I'm gonna throw some treble hooks on that. He was wasting this. This was not getting used. So this is for you, Joe. I'm gonna catch a fish on this popper. It's an old school bait. It's a man's chug and spit. It's got a whole popper. Got a kind of a good little pop to it though, and a nice little clicking sound, so I'm sure the fish will eat it. Anyways, I will catch you guys in the morning. I'm gonna get after some smallmouth, do a little bit of a challenge video tomorrow morning. Super stoked to get after these brown fish. I love it up here. I will catch you in the morning. Good morning, MFers. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. I was gonna get out a little bit earlier, but a storm just rolled through, a pretty good sized storm. So out a little bit post front here. I'm not sure what that's gonna do to the fish. It's still a little bit cloudy. So do a little bit of a challenge today. As you saw in my last time I was here, there's not a whole lot of quality sized smallmouths in the lake. So that's what we're trying to catch this morning. It's about 6 o'clock right now. We're gonna fish until 9 o'clock in the morning. So I got 3 hours. Objective for the day is to catch 5 smallmouth that are 15 inches or longer. So that's gonna be a pretty tough challenge, but who knows? It's something that I've done here several times before, not something that I do more often than not here. But we're gonna throw some Topwater around, drag some tubes and stuff around. Those new little tubes I got look pretty badass, and we're gonna see if that's gonna be the deal. But I'm here in the outlet canal, just where I caught a bunch of fish last time. That's where I launched. I'm probably not even gonna leave this for a little bit. Let's get to catching them. Here we go. It's launch time. Water seems to be substantially muddier than last time I was here, which I do not like for the smallmouth, but we're gonna see how they react. I'm starting with the Topwater walking bait. Wind's blowing a little bit of cloud still, so I'm hoping I can get on some Topwater. Looks like there's also some shad flipping, so I'm gonna have to switch to a bone or color or something. Oh yeah, there's shad everywhere right here. Oh! All right, well, first cast and caught a white. Fun little fish to catch. Just not today. Whites are everywhere right here, busting shad. I want to catch one. Sometimes there are big smallmouth mixed in with them though, so. And honestly, I wouldn't hate catching a bunch of big whites. Max would love to eat some fish. There's another one, and another baby. All right, I'm done. Smallmouth time. Look at that one. Got the right species. Ugh. Baby. See you later, smallmouth. Well, that's good. There's at least a smallmouth here. Slight improvement over my 2-inch bass, but not 15. All right, get out and try on this side. I'm gonna work my whole way down. And if that's not doing it, we are going to go somewhere else. Where is Big Juan? That's not Big Juan. He wasn't coming off. Oh. He about just got me. As bad as I had him. Pretty fish. There's a better one. Oh yeah, that's a keeper. Maybe. He's pretty long. I don't know if he's gonna get there. Yeah, he's definitely not gonna get there. He looked way bigger when he blew up on it. All right, to the scores table. Ah, 14.5. Good little fish. Not good enough. Thought we had one. All right, water's a little calmer right here, so I'm making the switch to the Joe's Garage Floor Special, just so we can see the kind of jewels he's got on his boat garage floor. Man, there's a fish right there. It actually looks pretty dang big. It keeps taking swats of this bait. But it's so light I can't even cast it in there good. Kind of like this little popper actually. It doesn't cast at all, but besides that, it's kind of cool. I mean, fish don't eat it, but it looks cool. All right, time to try this crazy looking dude. This tube with whiskers. Actually might be the deal. I added some orange to the tips. Anytime the water's off colored like this, good to add a little bit of orange or chartreuse or something. That's just the tip. Milliken fishing. And who knows, a little bit more bulk to it. Maybe that's something they'll like. Don't really have much to lose right now. They aren't eating anything else at all, so maybe the old tubey tube is the deal. Not really on the Topwater too great, that's for sure. Well, we're 48 minutes in, no keepers, which is just awesome. I did have to just take a little break. Tip of the day today, just the tip with Milliken Fishing is always pack toilet paper. So I'm gonna go to the judges, see if we can get 10 minutes back. Judges, there's no judges here. It's my channel, I'm gonna do what I want, so I get 10 extra minutes. The challenge will now end at 9:10. We have no keepers, so I don't think it's looking too great anyway. But we're gonna go into scramble mode now and go try to pick off some fish elsewhere. That's just not happening here. I don't know what the deal is. The water muddied up a bunch, not pulling much current. Not really good things for smallmouth bass, and the sun's not out, so kind of have like a trifecta of bad conditions. We'll go run a bunch of new water though, see if we can get on some. Well, apparently the wind is blowing, so I'm kind of just delegated to like this bay here, and then right back where we started. I drove all the way across the lake, and I'm freaking soaked, but that's fine. Gotta do what you gotta do. We're gonna go try to flip up some fish. I think maybe this would be a largemouth spot. I actually haven't spent a whole lot of time here, but everything would indicate that it would be, so let's get after them. Wow, total freaking garbage weather. Total garbage. don't know if something's blowing in or what, but it is miserable out here. Fish are pretty much just saying the same thing. We don't want to eat. Try the old squared bill. Good start. Yeah, this water is like crazy muddy in here too. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna give this because it doesn't look that great. If I was a largemouth, I'd live in here. Switching it up to a bigger topwater walking bait. I think the water is really muddy, so it's not really drawing them in with the smaller bait. So we're gonna fish here, fish this one little stretch where the water comes into this little bay. After that, we're going back where we started because those are, like I said, about the only two places we can fish right now with the wind like it is. Wind is blowing right near 1 million right now. Maybe 2 million, I can't really tell. It's fun though. Fun to be out, that's for sure. Hey, I had a bite right there, that's cool. That's neat. Screwed up my bait, of course. Of course he won't bite again. Oh, just kidding. A largemouth. Does that count? Totally counts. He's definitely 15. Look at that. Wow. There's like 7 largemouth in this lake and I just caught one. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Wow. Just to prove to you guys, it is a keeper. There it is, 16-inch largemouth. The elusive Johnson Lake largemouth, that is. Wow. Like I said, I haven't caught one of those in like 2 years up here. I'll take it. Nice and fat and healthy too. Just had to cast over his head 400 times and he bit. Too bad there aren't more of those. You could probably paddle them right now with this overcast and wind blowing in. Okay, I'm back. We're on the board. We got one. Smallmouth challenge. Just turned into a bass challenge. Oh God. That was a drum. I saw the top of it. Caught white bass this morning and then smallmouth, just caught a largemouth, and then I had a drum trying to blow up my topwater. Never caught a drum on topwater before, nor do I want to. That is disgusting. And there's another drum underneath my bait. Still looking at it. Look at that stupid thing. Jesus. Well, we're on a good drum pattern. I bet I could throw my tube out there and catch one in 2 seconds. Milliken drum fishing. New channel name. All right, time to make the trek across Narnia. Gonna be a rough one, so I'm gonna have to put the cameras away this time. All right, we're back. Back in action. Back out of the Lake Erie. See if the small jaws respond a little bit better to the bigger bait. Haven't caught one on it yet. Sun's up now, I might have to pull out the tube. Back to dragging. All right, this sucks. Really only got time to probably make one more pass on this stretch of rocks. I'm gonna throw a tube on it, pull it out a little bit deeper. Maybe the smallmouth are sitting out a little bit. It's gonna be just tough though. This whole trip's gonna be tough fishing. Water's way too muddy. Hey, first cast with the tube. Oh, a good one. Okay. Just went over that whole area with the topwater. First time through with the tube, we might have a keeper. on the crazy little tube. Come on, be 15. We might be back in business. Oh, he's gonna be close. Yes. I'll call that touching. He's long and skinny. We'll take him. Number 2. On the little tube guy. Look at that. That's pretty legit. Maybe he was a fluke, maybe not. We could be onto something, boys. MFers? Probably not, but maybe. Just maybe we're onto something. Sucks is I don't have a whole lot of time. I have 40 minutes left. And this takes quite a while to do, but hey, we got two on the board with 2. One of each species. There's one. That's a giant. Another giant on the tube. Get off here, I gotta get more. Well, that one wasn't big, but that is 2 fish now in an area I just worked over with the topwater when they wouldn't touch it. Ah, another one. That felt small though. I watched him eat it. He followed it the whole way in. Then I dropped it and he got it. And he's pissed. You're not gonna make the team, bro. There's one. Ah, dang it. Oh God, it's 9 o'clock. That means, since I had to poop earlier, we've gone into stoppage time. 10 minutes of stoppage time to catch 3 giant smallmouths. I like our odds. No, I don't. Woo! It is windy out there. Well, I lost the challenge. The camera died right after I said I had 10 minutes left, but I had like one more smallmouth. And that was it. So we only ended up with 2 fish over 15 inches for our challenge. Super tough conditions, which like I say, it always happens when you can get out. The conditions are tough. Had a hard time adapting to it. We got a big front moving in, so the wind is blowing super hard. It's a lot cooler. It rained right before I started fishing. And that just flat out made it tough. And the water's muddy. They're not pulling much current here, so be a tough weekend fishing here. Good news for you is I am not gonna fish here the rest of the weekend. I am gonna go somewhere else because this is brutal. Best baits today were the topwater walking bait. Had a couple bites on Joe's old school popping bait. Didn't catch a fish on it, of course. And then of course that little tube with the whiskers on it, the jig skirt material on the tube. Did that make a difference? I don't know if it made a difference, but looked cool, so I had to pick some up. Something different, you know, if you're fishing for smallmouth around a bunch of guys throwing tubes, that's something to check out. But anyways, I am out of here. I apologize that I sucked. I will be back with you in the next couple days. Go down, hit the subscribe button to Milliken Fishing for more videos like this. I'm out of here. Peace.